What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. As you can see by the title of this video, we are doing another LS swap. This time it's on Jordan's Fox Body Mustang. The reason why we chose to do LS is because why not? LS is cheap, they're easy to come by, easy to make good power, and they're just great engines. So plus, you know, we like to be different, and I know this is going to piss off a lot of the diehard Ford guys, but hey, whatever. So we are doing a 5.3 because it's a lot cheaper. You know, I did the 6.0 in the Tacoma. Had I gone back, I might have done the 5.3 just because it was, you know, it is a cheaper, the cheaper engine because they're more popular. So we decided to go with a 5.3, 4L60 transmission. One of the reasons why we did the 4L60 over the 4L80 is obviously cost. It's smaller transmission, it's lighter weight. That we're not going to be making insane power with this car. This is going to be kind of a build similar to the Tacoma, where it's going to be, you know, he wants something that's fun to drive, does burnouts, and just something you can take out, have a lot of fun in. You know, it's not going to be a drag car. It's just going to be a car that's just, you know, weekend driver, and you know, nothing more than that. It's going to make some good power, but we're not looking to make 800 horsepower or nothing crazy. So 4L60 will be fine. We'll build that. You know, and those transmissions hold, I think they hold up to like 600 horsepower reliably. That's wheel horsepower. That's a lot of power. So it'll be fine there. We're also looking for an 8.8 rear end for this because this is a 4-cylinder car, so it's got the 7.5-inch rear end. So we're looking for an 8.8. So if any of you guys have one within a reasonable driving distance of Pittsburgh, let me know in the comments, because we're looking for one. Hopefully within the next week or so we'll be able to find one, because that's one of the first things we want to do is get the rear end put in it. We are also going to be, obviously, we're going to be doing some body work to it. We're going to be painting it. So we're going to show that in the build. So yeah, that's about it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this engine torn out of here so that we can at least, you know, once we get this engine torn out, we can at least set our 5.3 engine and transmission down in here and kind of get it mocked up and see how it's going to fit. I'm not familiar with these. I know these are pretty popular swaps. There's a lot of guys that have done LS swaps on these cars, and I know they make like different K members and stuff to make them fit. We really don't want to do that because we don't want to spend a ton of money on this. So we're going to try and make our own mounts, and we're going to make it fit without changing the cross member and stuff like that. So we may have to do something with the oil pan, or maybe get a different oil pan. I'm not sure. I haven't done any real research on, you know, other people that have swapped these cars. So basically we're gonna just kind of figure it out as we go. So let's get this engine out of here, and then we'll go ahead and drop our LS in and see how it fits.
drain a tranny pan 101. That's how it's done.
That's how the professionals do it.
So much room for activities in here.
Yeah, there is, too. Alright guys, so unfortunately I think that's going to wrap this video up. We did get the engine out. I wanted to get the 5.3 engine and transmission basically stripped, get all the hoses and connectors, all, you know, the whole wiring harness off of it. And I wanted to go ahead and set it down in the car just kind of as a mock-up to see how everything was going to fit, because I wasn't sure if we were going to have to modify our oil pan or get a different oil pan. I'm not sure on that yet. So the next video we'll definitely be doing that probably first. We're going to get the engine inside. I have it sitting outside. We'll get this one out, get that one in, kind of get it stripped, and go ahead and set it down in here. What I want to do, what I'm hoping to do, is obviously to be able to use the old oil pan, because that'll save Jordan a lot of money. Oil pans aren't cheap. And basically what we'll do is we either fab up some mounts or we'll buy some universal mounts, because they're pretty inexpensive. And we'll just use the existing K-member in the car and just kind of weld everything up like we did on the Tacoma, and then figure something out for a tranny mount, and then we should be good to go. Now once we get the engine and transmission kind of sitting where we want them and we build our mounts and everything, I want to get we need to get a rear end. We need to get that installed, and then what we can do at that point is we can go ahead and measure for our drive shaft, because we have to have a custom drive shaft built. So what we'll do is we'll measure for that. That way we can order it, because those, you know, the drive shaft on the Tacoma took me, I think, like 2 months to get, which was crazy. That was also at the beginning of a pandemic, but you know, nonetheless, the drive shafts always take a little while to get built. So I want to get that measured early on in the build. That way when, you know, when it comes time to actually get everything put back together, we have the drive shaft already. We don't have to wait for it. So then at that point we can pull the engine out, pull the engine transmission out, rebuild the engine, rebuild the transmission, and then we can, you know, work on doing all our body work and everything. But that's way down the road. So yeah guys, once again, thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think, or give us some suggestions. You know, anybody that's done this swap maybe has some pointers, some tips, whatever. We're always open to suggestions. So yeah guys, thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one.